Hey loves, welcome to another exciting episode of Kitchen Experience. My name is Rita Ebe and I live in Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome to Rita's World. I hope this video meets you well. How you doing? Kindly watch this video. Today we are cooking vegetable soup using only 2 green leaf vegetables, pumpkin leaves, popularly known as ugu, and water leaves. I started off by washing the beef that I bought. It was frozen when I bought it, so I had to cut it in bite sizes because it was just too big. And using beef to make vegetable soup entails the meat are in bite sizes so it doesn't become soft easily. After which I added onions, seasoning powder, salt, and allowed it to cook for 5 minutes in its own juice. Thereafter I added water, steamed for about 10 minutes until it became tender. In this dry season, ugu leaves are usually not predominant, they are scarce, and when you get to buy them, they are very expensive. During the raining season, you get to buy this portion that I'm washing now for about 1,000 naira, but I bought this particular portion for 4,000 naira. You can imagine, probably because of the sapa season or the dry season, I actually do not know. It was quite strong, so I had to make sure I used larger portions of water leaves to complement it so it doesn't become too strong in the soup, if you know what I mean. It was dirty, so I had to wash for like 3 to 4 times. You can add salt also to kill any germs found on the leaf. Ugu leaves are good sources of dietary fiber. The leaves helps to maintain body tissues, rich in antioxidants, balances the hormone, and serves as an anti-diabetic agent. Now wait for the shocker. You won't believe if I give you this word, the benefits. One of the numerous benefits of eating this particular leaf called pumpkin leaves. It dissolves blood fats and promotes blood circulation, which leads to increase in blood volume. The health benefits are just too incredible. It has a healthy amount of vitamins A and C and iron, and aside from the vision benefits in vitamin A that the leaves provide, there are numerous skin benefits. You can as well blend and take the juice. I know it helps those that are recuperating from an illness. It boosts immune system. Those ones are the ones that I know. Wow, ugu leaves are just fantastic. They're beneficial to our health. They're also nutritional. Additionally, the vitamin C that is contained in it helps to heal wounds and form scar tissue. It also helps to maintain healthy bones, skin, and feet. It also fights against cancer, increases fertility, prevents infection, lowers cholesterol, tackles convulsion, combats diabetes, and also an anti-aging agent. The benefits are just too many. I would always recommend ugu leaves for soups, yam porridges, beans, just anything, rice. You can put ugu leaves in your stew. You can also blend and take the juice. It's very, very nutritional. prefer cutting my ugu leaves myself, and every other leaves is quite easier when I cut it. I just pluck, wash thoroughly and slice it instead of slicing it at the market and coming back home to wash several times. It's easier for me this way. So after cutting the ugu leaves, I went straight into the water leaves. I plucked the water leaves and kept it on the sun to dry up because I don't like the sliminess of the water leaves when I'm making vegetable soup. So I just dry it for days before using it to cook. So as you can see, I added salt so I could get rid of the impurities and washed it as if I was washing bitter leaf. Just use your 2 hands to squeeze so you could get rid of the sliminess. This is actually my own recipe, but I'm also open to learning other vegetable recipes. Please feel free to send in your opinions or your own method in the comment section. After washing the water leaves, I strained and kept it aside. Then I'm using dried fish. I added salt and hot water so I could get rid of the oily. Most of the time this fish comes with sand, and due to the manner of method they use in drying it, you have to use hot water and salt always to wash the fish. For this particular soup, I'm using dried fish, beef, tomato mix, crayfish, pumpkin leaves and water leaves to make this delicious and nutritional soup. So in a dry pot, I poured in the palm oil to heat it up for a few minutes. Once it starts smoking, I added my chopped onions to fry until it's translucent. After which I poured in the blended tomato mix. I just blended onions, fresh pepper and tomato, and fry until it's very ready. Like as you can see in the clip, it's already ready. Like the oil is separating itself from the tomato, so you know it's very ready. You just stir before adding in the pumpkin leaves. Add it bit by bit. Be very careful while you're doing so the oil doesn't splash on your hands. Just do it gently and stir and cover up to cook for a few minutes, just like 2 minutes max. After 2 minutes, just stir and get your water leaves, add it bit by bit. I added more than enough water leaves to just reduce the hardness of the ugu leaves, to generally make the soup easier and yummier to eat. I added the water leaves bit by bit. So it doesn't get too overwhelming. So I added everything in the end and gave it a good stir. covered it up and allowed it to cook for like 2 to 5 seconds. Immediately you add your fish. Just there, cover up the fish with the vegetables, then I added in the grounded crayfish. Please stir to blend in the crayfish and the dry fish. The preparation of vegetable soup is very fast, 5 minutes max, it's ready. Where you get to delay a little bit is the slicing of the vegetables, washing and all of that. After a period of few seconds, I added the boiled beef and stirred. In all the soups I make, I like covering the pot for a few seconds after adding each of the proteins, just to allow the proteins to be submerged in the vegetables. After a few seconds, I added in the stock. I did it bit by bit because I didn't want the soup to be too watery and I didn't want to cook the vegetables for too long, because it loses its usefulness after a few minutes of cooking. So you just try and be fast in making vegetable soup. After a few seconds, I gave it one final stir and I turned off the heat. Before doing that, kindly taste for salt. Do not cover up completely, just allow the steam to go out. Vegetable soup can be used to eat eba, fufu, poundo yam, poundo potato. In this case, I'm using poundo yam and poundo potato. I mixed both of them together because it's healthier for me to do that. You can also use vegetable soup to eat rice, or just put it in a plate and use a spoon to just eat. It's very tasty. I like my poundo yam to be soft, but not extremely soft and not too hard. You can make it according to your own preference. I like serving my food very hot. Like, yeah, I know I'm from the tropics, but when you eat hot food, you just sweat it out and you enjoy it better than when it's warm or cold. So I serve my food very hot. Enjoy. And to my returning subscribers, thanks so much for the love, the show of support, the massive comments and likes on my videos. I am so grateful to you all.